Welcome to my vlog, y'all. It's Ethereum Mundo. I'm so happy to be here with Nadia. So Nadia, just a quick intro. We are in the same group coaching class. We have the same coach, right? So we heal together. We walk our twin flame journey together, basically, right? Like as a collective. So here I am. I wanted to do something different and like interview a fellow classmate, I guess, basically. Like we're both students of Twin Flames Universe. And yeah. So, Nadia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Manny?
I'm really good. I'm really good. So, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about your Twin Flame journey, basically.
Yeah, I'm excited for this interview. All right.
So, I wanted to ask you, so how did you start your Twin Flame journey? Like, how did you know you were like embarking on the Twin Flame journey?
Um, I wouldn't say I knew I was embarking on the twin flame journey
Mm-hmm.
up until like I started TFU.
Hmm. That's deep, yeah.
But I knew that I met someone that I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't stop thinking about
Mm-hmm.
when I decided that like I didn't give a shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I broke up with my ex-fiance who I was with for like 10 years. And after that abusive relationship, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck guys. I don't care. I'm just going to have fun and, live my life, you know?
Wow.
Um, but it wasn't complete self love and complete unconditional love. There was like this feeling of like, I will never get that true love. I didn't think true love existed, but I did have that one portion that you need when it comes to meeting your true love, which is like focusing on yourself. So I started really focusing on myself. And I met this guy, and he was the first guy that I ever like um went out on a date with and then went over to his place and like I felt really comfortable with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so fast forward like 3 years, I was like, why can't I stop thinking about this guy? And when I moved to Miami, my roommate had the same person that she kept thinking about, the same name. And I'm like, that's really weird. And then Twin Flames came up on social media a lot that time. And I was like, okay, what is this? And maybe he's my twin flame. But I never really knew what twin flames was. I just knew that it was something that I needed to pursue just to get this guy out of my head or find some type of relief because
Mm-hmm.
it was not peaceful. It was very like, oh my gosh, I can't stop thinking about this guy. And yeah. And then up until like probably 7 months ago when I first joined Twin Flame Universe, that's when I really knew like, oh my God, God is love. And
Mm-hmm.
God wants all of us to have their one true love. And so that's when I really started, like probably 10 to 12 months ago, like on the pursuit for a twin flame universe. I mean, twin flames. Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. That's yeah, it's interesting how like it kind of like for mostly everyone it kind of starts with that same like desire in your heart, but everyone has like their own unique way that they embark on their journey. Like it's like at the core it's like the same, but we're all unique. So everyone has their own different stories. So that's really interesting.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
my next question would be what was like a turning point on your journey where like kind of things kind of clicked for you in a way?
I think the turning point was when I discovered that God is love.
Oh,
Like
okay.
all my life, I thought that God would be someone to fear, to revere, and that's how I grew up. But when I figured that, like, you can create your reality to whatever you're thinking, and then there's this community where it's thinking like God is only love and God is only unconditional love. It started creating my reality into this beautiful heaven, like piece by piece. And I started like not resonating with places that was drama or like not fear or stuff that wasn't love. And when I recognized how much God loves us, I saw that like, wow, God really can be your everything. Like And then I started depending on God a lot because I didn't know where else to go. There was no sense of peace anywhere else in this world aside from me, like going to God and going to this community to know more about this God, not the God I grew up with, but the God that Jeff and Shalia were talking about love and peace and finding that ultimate lover. So even then, I didn't know that my ultimate lover was this man, but I did know that that could exist. And you could get like your whole soul into another person. And that idea was phenomenal. And if I was thinking, like, if I can manifest that, then like I got gold, like I got everything.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
that's basically. Wait, what was your question?
No, that is the question. Like you're doing a really good job.
Oh, okay. I forgot what you asked, but
I mean,
but
it doesn't even matter. Like you're speaking good stuff, so keep going
oh, okay.
until you feel complete, obviously, with the question.
Yeah. So
I don't even remember the
basically,
question either. I can't lie. I don't know.
oh,
What was the turning point on your journey?
oh, turning point,
Yeah,
turning
yeah,
point.
yeah. The
Yeah,
pivotal point that really like changed things for you. Like that was the question. That was the initial question.
yeah. The pivotal point was me joining this community and like knowing that I can actually manifest something. Like if someone's guaranteeing this for me, then like yeah, let me go forward with it.
Yeah, let me
And
try
then
it out. You know, let me
yeah,
see
let me
what's
try it
going on here.
exactly. And then like I'm I'm trying it out. It feels good and all that stuff. And then this man that I've been thinking about all of a sudden gets married, and I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, because now I actually love this guy.
Dang
And
it!
yeah, exactly. And
I
I
haven't stopped
actually
loving him. Shit.
exactly. And then I was like, I actually want him in my life,
Right.
and I realized how much I was numbing out to that and how much I was like pushing it out. And it revealed so many blocks to me. So I think the turning point was me committing to manifesting a true love and then recognizing all these blocks that came that was resisting from love. And those blocks were immediately in front of me when I committed and he committed, but like in different ways.
Right. Like y'all both committed to finding, like to committing to true love, basically, and what y'all thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same core choice at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I definitely had some misbeliefs and misalignments were reflected on him. And that's what twin flames are. Like they're your ultimate reflection. So he definitely showed me like if I want to pursue true love, then these are all the things that I have to work through. So
yeah. Wow.
Which was nice because if I can work through something and receive in a result, like why not? It's not like impossible the way I thought before.
It's not impossible. Like we see the examples of the people that committed all the way to this work, and they see like the end result, and they're in harmonious union, and they're married, and there's a bunch of people that are in union too. So it's not like they had to kind of have blind faith, but not really, because in the beginning of Twin Flame Ascension School, like couples come together in harmonious union, right? Like right at the beginning, and then stuff. But it like like it's nice to have like that first generation of like examples, like, oh, this is real. Like we don't have to like blindly trust. It's like, oh, it just happens if you love yourself. You come into harmonious union, right? So.
Yeah, it really solidified it when I saw a lot of harmonious twin flame unions, because before then I was hearing about TikToks, but no one was in union.
Yeah.
They were talking and all their talk and stuff, but none of them really knew what they were talking about.
No,
I had this one ascension coach before I joined this, and she she did not find love. Like this is not her pathway, was not through love. Her pathway was about getting control out of this man that she was obsessed with.
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, so I definitely saw a huge contrast of what other people were living and what you could be living.
Exactly. Like they teach us like major detachment and just like loving yourself. Like obviously like detachment doesn't mean like you let go of the desire to be with your twin flame. It just means that you give it to God and you trust that God is going to bring you that, right? As you
Yeah.
do your healing work of healing separation from your one true love. Like, yeah, like you don't, it's not about obsessing over them or like controlling them to come be with you. Like, that's, like it's really impossible to manifest your like healthy union, your harmonious union through control. Like, you have to do it through love. And like, um yeah, like whenever you're like in that deep state of like surrender and bliss, that's when you see the results coming to you and you're like, oh my god, wait, this work is actually real. Like, it really works. Like, whenever I surrendered and I'm in pure bliss and I'm like in that flow, like that's when I get the results with my twin flame, and it just always like blows my mind. I'm like, no, no way.
It is mind
It's
blowing.
mind blowing. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is actually real, you know? Like, you, it's really like it's really cool, honestly, to like experience it.
It is like, and I love
Yeah.
how the process of this is purifying yourself because
Yeah, literally.
it's just making your entire life better. Like
Literally.
one aspect is your true love, but another aspect is your life purpose. And
Yeah.
you just combine everything and you recognize how much God's got you. Like God doesn't
Literally.
want you just to be like focused on that. God
Yep.
wants you to be on heaven, on earth, you know?
Yes.
So it's like,
It's
damn, God.
amazing.
Yeah, you got me. You got me real good.
Right,
And
they got me, bro. Definitely it got me. All you do is love yourself? That's all you do? Is that what you're telling
yeah,
me? I don't have to go, like, chase over this guy and, like, devalue myself and, like, do all this crazy shit so he can come be with me? Really,
exactly.
definitely? I just have to, like, focus on myself. That's it. And I have the mirror exercise? Man, I'll do this shit for the rest of my life. Like, are you
For the
kidding
rest
me?
of my life, you don't
Like,
need spells. You don't need
exactly. None of that crazy shit. Fuck that shit. Like,
yeah, you don't need any
shit's some
of
weird
that.
shit.
Like
None of that
it's
weird shit. We don't do that weird shit over here.
yeah, exactly. And oh dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, no, it's awesome. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like you end up becoming your own lover, and that is the most
Literally.
so fruitful. Like if you
Yes.
can depend on yourself, if you can trust yourself, and you provide yourself with all that love,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like, I mean, I could say it, but you can't understand it unless you experience it, you know?
Exactly. Like people, like, you have to experience like doing the mirror exercise, working with the coach to get what we're doing. You know what I mean? And you don't even have to work with the, like, you can just do the, like, watch all the YouTube videos, like do all the free stuff, and you'll still feel like the, like, just like the clarity that you're like, wow, like this just makes sense. Like, it just makes sense, you know?
It
So yeah.
does. And I was telling someone, like, when you do the mirror exercise, like, it's filling your cup up.
Mhm.
And one mirror exercise, even if it's like just a little droplet of love into your cup, it makes all the difference. Like,
Mhm.
and it accumulates,
Yeah.
and you see that love come back to you, like in the world, in your twin flame,
Mhm.
everywhere. Like,
Yeah, it's like
so,
miracles. It's like crazy. Like, I've experienced so much like crazy miracles from like doing the mirror. Like for instance, like one time I was like moving, like mirroring, not having enough, like feeling like I didn't have enough money. So I mirrored it, right? Like, I'm upset because I don't have enough money. So I'm upset because I don't have enough of myself. And then like the next day at work, some guy gave me $100.
uh,
I
that's
swear.
awesome. Like, randomly?
Yes, I swear, dude. Like,
Oh
I.
my God.
But the crazy thing is, like you know how they teach like the mirror exercise. They're like, it's like kind of like your harmonious twin flame union. They're like, it's always been there. Like, you're just clearing the blocks to it, and it was like
Yeah.
crazy. This man had been offering me $100 like for like weeks prior, and I was like,
Wow.
nah, like nah, like I'm not, like, are you serious? Like, you're joking. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna take $100
I'd
from
be
you.
like, what do you want?
Exactly. I'd be like, what do you want? Like, what the hell? And then I just did the mirror exercise. He literally, like, walked in, like, either, like, a day or two into my job, and he was like, $100? And I was like, shit, I mean, okay. Like, if you're serious about it, then okay. Like, give me $100. The fuck? And I'm just, like, a cashier. And then, like, yeah, it was just some
Wow.
guy. Like, he was, like, like an older man. He was, like, kind of like a nice uncle. And he
Aw,
never bothered me again. Like, he just gave me $100, and then that's
that's
it.
God.
Exactly, that
God
was
told me
God.
to,
Like, I was like, dude, what? So
oh my,
yeah, just, and there's so many more, like with my twin flame and like, all that stuff. It's just, yeah,
It's awesome. I have a
pretty
similar
great.
story because, like, I was also like manifesting money. I was like, oh my gosh, I need
Hmm.
some money and stuff. The next day, I went over to my sister's in laws, and of course, I graduated. I didn't expect anything, but they were literally like giving me money
I'm
like crazy.
dead. That's
Yeah,
funny.
they're like 100 for you, 100 for you, 100. I was like,
What?
holy shit! I don't even know you like that. I'll see you guys like once a year, and they
That's
were just like,
crazy.
yeah. So I was like, man, this is really like this is
I
awesome.
know. It's really great. Like, wow.
So yeah,
Yes.
miracles
Yeah,
definitely.
miracles. Like you start seeing miracles just pop up in your life. You're like, what? And then it's like it's like a life full of miracles that you're even headed towards. Like, yeah, I mean, it's great. Like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I'm so grateful to be here and like to really build my relationship with God. Something really interesting was like, so I was talking to my like my brother and one of like our family friends. We got into talking about the twin flame stuff, and of course they were like kind of like, oh, what the hell, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, what the fuck is this shit? But anyways, I started talking about my relationship with God, right? And I was like, yeah, like I like talk to God. Like God like talks to me. Like he even told me to like watch a Netflix show. And I'm like, God, really? Like why do you want me to watch this show? And he's like, just watch the show. Just watch the show. And I'm like, okay, so it's like you build like a personal relationship with God. Like they like definitely teach you how to have like a true relationship with God, like relating to God as like, yeah, like as your best friend, as like your ultimate lover, as like your um yeah, like you're like a child of God, like, and it's like just like you would talk to your parents, like that same energy, or like just like you would talk to your best friend, it's like that same energy, but you just have to be willing to listen and like trust. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially like at the certain time that I'm going through, I really
Mhm.
have to depend on God. And like God has become my mother and father, and
Yeah.
I talk to him constantly. I'm always like, "Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mommy."
That's
Like,
so sweet.
yeah, the littlest things. Like, I was getting water for this interview. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh, let me check what time it is." Random 11:11 time. It's
Oh
not even
yeah, that's
close to
great.
11:11, and I
Oh,
just
that's
gave
funny.
God a handshake. I was like, "Thanks, Dad."
That's so funny.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
so
like
sweet.
it's beautiful.
It's
Like at
beautiful.
first I was mad because I was like, why is God invisible? Like if you're gonna be in a relationship with me, like I wanna see you. I mean, obviously
Right.
God works through everyone, but like I
Exactly.
want
That's like the major turning point. You're like, wait, God is like loving me through like all these people, like through, yeah. God is everywhere.
hmm and but then I was like, I'm not mad anymore because literally God is like the little molecules, the water, everything.
He's
So
everything, like everything. And we say he because like it's like I don't know, personally like that's how I grew up relating to God is like through the he pronoun, but God is like everything. Like God doesn't have like a gender. Like,
yeah.
like I remember Shalia, I was watching one of the sermons and Shalia said that God is like a twin flame. Like
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like God's a twin flame too, like he has that aspect. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting.
And ultimately we're all God's twin flame. Like he's our beloved
Yeah. Yeah,
and
like
we're his beloved.
exactly, like God manifests through our twin flame. Like that's God loving us through that's why like the twin flame love is just so amazing because it's like I remember before finding twin flames universe, I'd always like be like, dude, like this like this love is feels like the closest thing to compare it to is like God, like divinity, because it's just so amazing. So
Mm,
yeah, it's literally God loving you through your twin flame. So yeah. Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, so how are you feeling? Like I feel pretty complete here. I feel like we really yeah,
We hit
loved the
some
peoples that
hard
watching.
points and
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
Wait, what'd you say? I missed
I said I feel
it.
pretty complete here. Like we really love the people that are watching us, and hopefully, if you are not aware of Twin Flame, this isn't sponsored, y'all. Like we're not getting like we're not like Twin Flames. It's not sponsored. Like we're just like from the goodness of our heart, from like the gratitude of our heart, sharing this with you because like it changed our lives so much. And we're not getting paid for this. None of that. Like none of that shit. It's not like a commercial or nothing. We're not like no, like it's genuinely like we just feel like a deep gratitude and appreciation. We're like, wow, like this really was like a turning point on our twin flame journeys, was like finding these teachings, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good to share because if we're living such a peaceful, blissful life, like why
Mm-hmm.
not want everyone else to live that way? I mean, those that
Literally.
would resonate with us and
Mm-hmm.
want to do more. Like,
Exactly. So if you're interested in heaven on earth, actually walking the process, it's not like a process of like, oh, you snap your fingers and oh, you're there and everything is rainbows and sunshines and I'm living on cloud nine and I'm like devoid to all challenges. No, that's
no,
not it, right? That's not it.
it's not because, like,
It's not
yeah,
it. It's
I can
about
tell you from
facing
other
your
experiences.
challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, like, on getting high
Yeah.
off of whatever compared to getting high off of God. Like, this is more
Yeah.
authentic and stable, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
and this,
you're go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
basically.
like like you like they teach us to actually face our fears instead of like run from them, and like it's like a process that you grow into, but the thing is like it's like there's like a long-term goal, like you're like wow, like you're so much, but also like every time you do the mirror exercise, every time you surrender to God, like it's like instant relief,
Mhm.
you know, and then there's also like that long-term relief that you have as well. So it's
Yep.
just like a win-win, like in all, it's just like heaven. It's just heavenly. I'm just like, this is just like, I don't even know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, you have to experience it. Like what we
You'll
were
have
saying.
to
You have to
try the mirror
experience it.
exercise. Like,
Literally.
see how it makes you feel after one relief. And I'm sure you shared a video on how to do the mirror exercise.
Yeah, I have everything linked below, so y'all can check that out. So yeah, I feel like I feel complete. Any final words for you?
No, I just am loving life and I'm grateful for this.
I'm
And
so grateful
so,
too. Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
definitely makes you stronger.
Huh?
Definitely makes you
Oh
stronger
yeah,
as a
you get
person.
strong because you're gonna face your fears and you're actually gonna move through them, and you will
Yep.
get strong and you're gonna grow in peace. You're gonna grow in bliss. You're gonna grow in love. You're gonna grow in spiritual strength because you're facing your biggest fears of love.
It's going to
So
change your life.
it's gonna change your life, like seriously, seriously. So yeah,
Yeah.
everything y'all is linked below. If y'all want to work with me, I have my link below too. I'm starting to sell my artwork, so keep an eye out for that. Like these shirts.
Cool.
We Meet as One. It's original artwork by me. So yeah, y'all. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped y'all, and thank you, Nadia, for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. Bye, y'all. Love everyone. Bye.